Well, welcome back. Quaffle W round one match of the round action here. It's the Coorparoo Kings, last year's grand finalists, up against the Aspley Hornets, the newly promoted Aspley Hornets, QFAW Div 1 premiers of last season. And I'll tell you what, it has been all their way so far. 4-4-28 the Hornets. Coorparoo yet to score. I don't know what Coach Michael Hewitt has said at half-time there, but they need a massive second half here, Lenny Phillips.
We're underway here again in the third quarter. Cooper will be looking to get the first inside 50, and it's going to come out to Huth. It's got nothing to go to, and the pressure from Aspley is immense, and a great tackle from the ruckman there in Angela Lingard. Don't normally see the big ruckman doing that, but she's done very well. She's going to go forward, and the mark has been taken by Shay Easton. Been very lively up forward for the Hornets. Nice little kick, but it's been well cut off there by the Coorparoo defenders. Pass back. Easton's going to have another chance here to get it inside 50. Little chaos ball inside 50. Goes out towards the forward pocket. Coorparoo player's going to be there, but the Aspley numbers are there again to put the pressure on and tackle, and we're going to have a boundary throw in the forward pocket.
Yeah, I really felt sorry for Huth there. It was a great attempted centre clearance, but just had no one to go to, and that pressure there by Aspley. They've come out firing from half-time. This ball back in, dropped short. Mackenzie just got bodied out there. Well, Aspley, they try and just bang it a little bit back, trying to find the quarterback position. Nicely taken there as Kentrell kicks it out into the path of Sarah Madden. She's going to get there first. Geddes is on her, can't get there in time. Handball over the top, finds it to Kate Fraser, just rallies around, sends it back to the hot spot, but well taken. Very well taken indeed there. And they are out through the back line. That is Abby Reynolds, nicely taken there in the headgear. Oh, but they may have turned it over here. This is dangerous here for the Kings. Oh, it's panic stations already, and the umpire has, well, he's pointed the other way, so they get out of jail here, Coorparoo.
Ingram and Reynolds again, putting the pressure on. A little bit of a mistake, but they rectified it. Got the turnover, and they'll get the chance to clear through half back again, but it's kicked again to that wall of Aspley, and they've got all the numbers there as they'll come back in. Looking for Campbell again up forward, but it's going to go over the back. No mark taken by Lanigan. Gets into the back of her Coorparoo opponent, but the umpire doesn't see it that way, and we'll have another ball up.
Yeah, they've been great in that second quarter there, especially Ingram. She's been working so hard down that back line, that last line of defence. Really hats off to her already. But what can they do here, the Kings? They just need to get on the board straight away, but right now it is all Aspley, and that pressure just stays on. We're going to have another ball up, probably about 25 metres out, 45-degree angle from the Aspley goal. Kicking to the right side of screen. So Cavalry comes through the pack. Little toe poke. It was just enough there. Actually quite clever. They could be out and away. Just misses the target there. Unfortunately, Edmonds couldn't get a hand to it. They are ferocious here, the Hornets. But I'll tell you what, the Kings maybe have a chance here. Great handball, great pickup. Nicely done. They can't get it away. Going to have a ball up just forward of the half-forward flank. Well, a little bit better, a little bit more desperate there from the Kings. They know they've got to turn things around here. Mackenzie, she's rucked well all day. Great tap, but just goes straight up in the air. They have numbers down, couldn't be picked up there by Jess McLean. And sitting over the top of it was Geddes. A lot of pressure on Geddes now. It's unlucky probably last season not to be picked up by the Lions. Looking for a massive season this year. So she's led well in the first half. What can she do in the second half?
Once again, no real change in terms of how Aspley are playing. The Coorparoo looked like they get half a metre of space and then suddenly just gang tackled by 1, 2, 3 opponents. Aspley tackling has been terrific all night and showing no signs of letting it up. Here we see it again, but it's going to be one forward here by Perry. But again, just tackled immediately by Aspley, and they've won the free kick for holding the ball. I think that's Emily Matthews. She's going to pump the ball inside 50 to the lead. Over the top, nice ball from behind there by Abby Reynolds. But again, Aspley with numbers behind the footy. Handball, 1-2 handball back and then kick forward. No mark taken there, but a nice recovery there by Kylie Guarino. She looked dangerous in the last quarter and a half. Kicks it to the goal square. Big contest here. Off the ground. It was off the ground by Aspley, and it's been a goal. Kicked by Michaela Campbell. Plenty of goals last year and no different this year, even at a new club. Off the ground from the goal square, they all count. And Aspley with the first goal go to a 5-goal for 34. Coorparoo yet to score.
Yeah, just the pressure they put down there on that forward line. You'd see Michaela Campbell saw the opportunity, had the 2-on-1 there, the Hornets, and, well, the Kings player just did not want to rush that across the line, and that pressure from Michaela Campbell, as you said, 13 goals last season for Wilson Grange. A great pickup by the Hornets. She will be absolutely massive for them this season and just hammers home that advantage. It's a 34-0 lead. What can they do, the Kings? They need to get on the board, but it's all Aspley at the moment. Couldn't get the toe poke away there was Caitlin Cantrell. Well, this might be the opportunity. Gets her hands through. Hornets everywhere at the moment. Cantrell can go again. She just waited at the back of the pack. Oh, suspect little action there. Not called, not a throw. Hands came out there from Kylie Garino. Ball in dispute. Getting first hands to the footy. This is better. Just bombs it. It's all stripes down there. And almost taken. Oh, I was going to say Nicola Clark. Strong hands. Couldn't get through. Here's their chance. Sutton gets it through. A little outside of the boot kick. Out to the front. They're arriving in numbers here. Aspley get there first, get the kick away, but only as far. Well, I tell you what, might be the opportunity now. It's Alana Perry. Way too far out to score. The leads come. She sees them now. Aspley get numbers back. Perry right to the top of the... That's better. I'll tell you what, great ball movement. Caught them napping a little bit, and it's that player, Kayla Geddes. We've talked about her. She's going to have to drive this contest here. Kicks along the full line, fall into the back of the pack, and the mark is taken. The mark is taken there by Janae Govan, and this is their first real chance. It's taken a whole half of football. 6 minutes gone here in the third quarter at Giffen Park. It was a better setup. It was a better entry. Now Govan, what can she do? Hits it sweetly, but it's just pushing to the left. Well, 6 minutes in the third term. It's a 1 behind to Coorparoo. They trail Aspley 5 goals for 34.
Good opportunity here for Coorparoo to lock this ball in. It's deep in their forward line. Comes out to a pack. Probably a 4-on-4. It's over the back. They were going to get away. But couldn't quite pick the ball up, and Coorparoo get back in numbers. Hand pass comes out there by McLean. We've got Bosco at the back here looking for the handball, but it doesn't come out that way. It's gone the opposite way, and Aspley are going to try and clear it. Scrapping it forward, tackling pressure again immense. Diving on the footy is Sarah Madden. Comes out the back to Angela Lingard. Hand pass at the back there again from Matthews, and again that number out the back. One handball to the back, one handball forward, and they're able to clear the ball out to this wing. Nice spoil there by Abby Reynolds in the headgear, playing a nice game at centre half back, defending grimly against a torrent of pressure, and we'll have a boundary throw in just Aspley's side of the wing.
Yeah, that was desperate there from Abby Reynolds. And that's the kind of desperation they need. They need those little 1%ers to turn the momentum of this game around. Muir nearly comes in, second player in. Hands back there, wrapping it up, but they're trying. They are trying now, the Kings. Just pulled off the ball, not called. Ball still not over the line. We're actually going to have a ball up. This is just before the boundary line there. Very close, probably expect to see this one go over, but I like the intensity now from Coorparoo. This is better from them. First hands of the footy, always a great sign. Rubbing up around the contest, that was very well done by Liesi. Bangs it down the line, and I'll tell you what, for a touch finder, that was magnificent. Going to have a boundary throw in on the half-forward flank. It just felt the toes of Shay Easton, but how she managed to kick that one in, I do not know. But they just mounted that forward pressure again, Lenny Phillips.
Looks like Abby Reynolds has gone on to Shay Easton. Shay's had a very good first half, plenty of lively activity up there, and Reynolds has gone back to try and shut her down. As the ball comes in over the back on her own was Caitlin Cantrell. Gets a nice, easy inside 50. Tumbles the ball to a contest. But it's all Coorparoo back there, and they're going to clear it back out. A nice long kick to the wing, looking for Henderson, who crushes the pack but doesn't quite impact the contest too well. Comes out to Vanderweel, who goes forward. Oh, but a nice mark taken there. I think that was Abby Reynolds in the headgear, is it? Yes, it is. Looking forward to seeing this contest, Reynolds versus Easton. Both been good in the first half. Kick's not great, and finds Vanderweel. On her own in the forward 40 metres as a teammate, it is Kylie Guarino. Looks like she's just outside of her range. She's going to go back, maybe put it up to the top of the goal square and look for a big pack mark from Michaela Campbell. Going back very deliberately, maybe going to have a shot. It's going to the goal line. Or is the mark? No mark by Campbell. comes to the forward of the pack. Umpire's blown his whistle. And it's going to be an Aspley free kick. So I have another shot at goal. Tight angle. Plays on, Campbell. And finds a teammate in Renee Weller. No, Caitlin Cantrell, my mistake. And Cantrell will have a shot from 20 metres out. Definitely seems to be much closer to goal, much within her goal-kicking range. Comes in, looks good off the boot. Is good. Players get around her. Aspley's 6th goal on the board. They take a 39-point lead. 6 goals, 4 to 1 behind.
Here we go, Coombs, heads up! Talk around the
You can hear the calls of accountability yelled out there by the Coorparoo players there. A little bit sloppy in defence. You knew that was always going to happen. The footy at the top, that was primed there for Campbell. Tell you what, as soon as that footy spilled to the front, they really had to get the numbers back there. And, well, as we said, they just keep flourishing forward. And now this game might be beyond Coorparoo. Let's see what they can muster here. I'll tell you what, she's rucked well in the middle today. Beth Henry coming up as the second ruckman. Gets the tap down to Geddes. Geddes first hands the footy, spills through. Just tunnel balls it a bit. They've got to try something now, the Kings. They've got to throw something at this. The desperation, we're going to have a ball up. Just past the centre circle. As darkness descends on Giffen Park. Round 1 of Quaffle W action, match of the round. It's Coorparoo up against Aspley. And the footy just punished forward. Picked up on the run. Cantrell, she's been dangerous today. Punches long down the line. That's going to go to the back of the pack. The foot race is on now. Coorparoo first to the footy. Bodies fly left, right and centre. Just banged into the deck there was Kate Fraser. Probably unlucky not to get a free. Little toe poke there by Hins. It's an absolute chaos ball at the top there. What can they do? Can they stay calm under pressure, Coorparoo? Not to be wrapped up. They're out through the far side, but they don't have the players. No, it's just gone to the hot spot. And plays on. That's another one. It's another one to Aspley.
She's not going to get credit for the goal there, but it's well set up by Hayley Hins, that goal. 2-3 pressure acts and just sprinted 25 metres after already having one or two tracks at the footy. Ran 25 metres to put pressure on that kick and it just landed in a teammate's lap. 30 metres out directly in front, was able to put it straight through the middle.
Yeah, 7-4, 46 Aspley leading Coorparoo, just the solitary behind. Well, they look to try and take the switch option out the back there, so I like where they're looking, but there was just no one there. So credit to the Aspley forwards. That forward pressure that they're mounting seems to be absolutely immense. It's really just getting the better of the Coorparoo players. Let's see what they can muster here. Well, there's been an infringement upon the square. Not holding positions of the umpire's call. So, so it looks like...
Might be a warning.
I think
first
that's
time.
that's our first warning for the game. Remember, you're going to get a warning first. Second time, it will be a free kick called. I was just listening in. A lot of players are starting to learn how to exploit this rule. You might be able to chuck a player back and just cop the warning later in the game if you have to. Well, ball kicked down, half forward flank. Getting there first is Ingram. She's been massive today. It's shining light on what's been quite a dull evening so far for Coorparoo. Really love her form this evening. So we're going to have a throw in just in front of the old scoreboard there. 50 metres out from the Hornets goal.
And of course, where we might have in the past seen Coorparoo send 1 or 2 numbers back and try and really clog up that back 50. Can't do that anymore with the new rules. They've got the 5-6-5 with the 16 aside in this competition and can't put numbers behind the plate at centre clearance. So it gives Aspley the chance to get the ball into one-on-one contests everywhere in their forward 50.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, they've got to take it upon the players. If they're going to need to get numbers down there, they have to communicate that well. Just bustles away through the pack. Just but she's away, Geddes. She's away, but she does not get past Jessica Williamson. Good on her for taking the game on. They need that spark there, the Kings. But Jessica Williamson, a strong tackle, saw her going through, and a cute little chip there. That's just made the distance. And they can reload and set up again. Caitlin Cantrell, she's had a huge afternoon so far. Just kicks it down the line. It's going to say not properly manned up there, but managed to get the kick away. Incorrect disposal, not called, just through the hands, didn't have prior opportunity. Oh, they're just pushing this footy forward. They're driving this footy forward, the Hornets. Ball in the hands of Gorino. Still not clean. Play on, says the umpire. And eventually, and mercifully, it just rolls over the boundary line for a throw-in. About 25 metres out from the Hornets' goal. Heard a second whistle there. The umpires are just conferring.
It's going to be a throw-in.
Yeah, it's still going to be a throw-in. It's Aspley 7-4, 46. Coorparoo one behind. Nearly 15 minutes gone, third term.
Ball's thrown in. One to the back from Aspley, but it's been picked up by a Coorparoo ruckman there. She did very well, Emma McKenzie. Made a mistake.
Henry shot thrown by Emma McKenzie from the bench there.
I've done well. It's one here by Coorparoo. Plays everywhere around the footy. Plays everywhere. Umpire's going to call. Thought it was going to be a ball up, but no, it's holding the ball. It's going to be an Aspley free kick. Oh, is it going to be 50? No, Aspley free kick. It's going to be taken there by Curvan. So Curvan with the kick inside 50. It's gone to space. Aspley, they've got the first two numbers to the footy. Comes out to Clark. Clark goes looking for Big Campbell, who can't quite mark, but it comes to ground. Roves her own footy. Snap towards goal. Not quite there. And it's bounced. It actually looks like it's going to bounce through for a point, but it's bounced on its end and come back. And Cooper are going to try and clear. It's out towards the boundary line. Tackle put on by Coorparoo, and the umpire's going to call up for a ball up.
I'll tell you what, how was the roving of her own footy there by Michaela Campbell? Absolute gun forward. 13 goals last season for Wilson Grange. But I don't know how they managed to escape there, Coorparoo. So we said Mackenzie's just come back onto the ground for the Kings. And wrapped up in a tackle, but they're still coming. They're still coming, but maybe a bit of resistance from Coorparoo. Bodies all over the footy. Just got to be clean with it now. Liessi, hands over the top. Just keeps that footy in, does Nicola Clark. Nicely done. Manages to keep it in. I'll tell you what, they are flirting with the line, and Lingard gets it going forward through courtesy of Williamson. It just can't be taken. Ball still in dispute. Wrapped up in a wall of Hornets. That wall we've talked about, Cantrell. Williamson, a desperate smother. Couldn't get the kick away. Well done. I'll tell you what desperate footy there by Abby Reynolds, and it's forced a ball up 20 metres out from the Kings' goals. Well, you can just feel the tide surging here. They want this. They just want another one here. It's Lingard who goes up, gets the tap down, managed to get a little kick away. Not 15. Play on, says the umpire. Ball up in dispute. Volleyball around in the air. Still in dispute. Can they escape here? Maybe they can. Possibly they can. They're trying everything here, the Kings. It was Perry. She manages to get away, and they're out down the far side of the ground. Ball just bobbles its way back in. There's Hornets all around the footy. It's a sea of brown and gold. They're just throwing themselves at it now. And the umpire's going to call an end to it, says, I'll have that. Thank you very much. Ball up 40 metres out from the Hornets' goal.
So the Kings ringing the changes on the benches here. We just had 4 go on in about 5 seconds. Trying to find a solution, try and find some sort of mix that's going to work for them. But Aspley again win the ball from the centre, from the ball up. Kick inside 50. Comes over the back. I think that's Kate Fraser. Kicks the goal. Another goal for Aspley. Bit of fortune there. The ball sort of mungled into the forward 50 and went over the back land, and in the lap of a Aspley player was able to run in and put it straight through the middle.
Yeah, what you can see is just the sheer volume of numbers that Aspley are pushing down there. They're locking that footy in. You can see there's not too much of a plan there from Coorparoo trying to rebound. And it's just as we watch it, everyone running back to set up in the 5-6-5. There are so many numbers that push down. That football was no chance of leaving that forward 50. The sheer weight of numbers that they managed to get down. As we now see re-entering the field of play, Caitlin Huth. She's been good this evening. Needs to lift again. It's Mackenzie circles around the ruck contest. She's going to go up against Cantrell. Gets a tap, Mackenzie. Nicely done. But they're away again through the Hornets. What can they do? Nicely done by Huth, as we said. Came straight into the contest. Better around the back. Little wobbly kick. Mackenzie back with a flight. Has to be brave. She is. Well done indeed. Throw a bit of chat at us at the commentary box earlier. It shows she's on. She's switched on. She wants the team to lift. Ball now in the hands of Charlotte Edmonds. Edmonds runs around on the right. Little chip. But only as far as Fraser. She's been big. And I'll tell you what, they've got a player open. It's Morgan Lanigan. Just came off the bench. Looks to her now. Ball falling out the back. Oh, I'll tell you what a take, Morgan Lanigan. But they're going to have it because it was in dispute. Now, interesting. I would have gone probably player in front. Lanigan did have the hands to it, but Oh, a bit of democracy shown there by the umpires. Now we're going to have a tap down. They just straight through again. Lanigan, she wanted her footy back. She said, that's my ball. Lucia Liesi banged it forward. Fraser with the hands back. Nicely done there by Aspley. Banged around. Cantrell pushes it long. Bit of a tussle there on the wing. Just throwing her weight through the contest. That was Beth Henry. Bit of physical intimidation. That was nice. That's good to see there by the Kings. We have the ball up right there on the wing.
So Mackenzie in the ruck and Henry's gone to centre half forward, keeping both of their big players out there. As Coorparoo won a free kick, it's going to go the way of Mackenzie, I believe. Only come back on in the last couple of minutes, and she's really looking angry out there, trying to get her team with the ball going forward. Comes out into a one-on-one contest, no mark taken, and there's the siren for three-quarter time. So Coorparoo got on the board that quarter, unfortunately only with one behind, and Aspley have moved to 8 goals for 52. 51-point lead at three-quarter time. Coorparoo will be looking to really show some fight in the last quarter and take something out of this game they can take into next week into round 2.
Well, that's three-quarter time. It's been all Aspley. Last season's QFAW Div 1 premiers. They are all over this at the moment. It is a 51-point lead to the Hornets. 8-4-52 plays Coorparoo, just the solitary behind. Last season's grand finalists in the Quaffle W. Decimated by players out at the moment. Let's see if they can restore some pride when we return here to Giffen Park in the final quarter of this round 1 match of the round.